It is summer, it is December, we are gearing up for Christmas, and it is time to give you a tour of our summer vegetable garden. The most exciting thing about this season is that it's tomato season, and my tomato plants are going gangbusters. This one, you can see here, these are my sweet 100s. I've got some beautiful tomatoes growing here, which aren't too far off being full size because these are just going to be little tomatoes. You can see lots more growing at the back here, and I reckon we're going to have some beautiful fruit ready for Christmas. This one is the biggest grower so far. These are going to be beautiful yellow tomatoes, and you can see some of them are growing really nicely on here. We haven't yet had our first ripe pickings, but there are lots growing, and I'm pretty excited that by Christmas we are going to have plenty. Over here, my sweet 100s, again, that one's growing nicely, lots of flowers coming. I've stuck a capsicum in here just because my capsicums weren't growing as well as I wanted them to in the pots. And I have also got a cucumber here. The first cucumber I put in there, it got eaten, so I'm trying again now that I've got one that's a little bit bigger. And of course we have lots of basil growing along here because we can't have tomatoes without basil. The basil isn't taking off just yet because we've had crazy weather here in Melbourne, but I'm hopeful it will soon. Here's my sage, which is starting to get bigger and stronger, looking pretty healthy there. And down under here I have some lettuce. These lettuces were all grown from seed, and I'm sick of them getting eaten, so I've covered them up, and I'm hoping that protects them from the possums and the rats. And my strawberries have been doing really quite well. We've been really enjoying the strawberries that have been growing this season. You can see some bigger ones under there. There's one ripe and ready to pick. And every day there just seems to be more that are ripening, and the kids are loving them. So this is a cucamelon plant, and it has taken forever to grow. I was thinking that might be providing us with cucamelons this summer, and I'm now thinking it won't because it's just taking too long to grow. But look, I might be pleasantly surprised. We shall see. I have had so little success with lettuces just because there's so many predators out trying to share it with me. So I've made a makeshift little cage out of some netting and a frame, and that is so far working. It would be very easy for rats to get in there if they needed to, but they tend to scurry around the back entrance, and it can't get in through the back. It'd have to be quite exposed here. Our greenhouses are still going to lots of great use, but they're no longer being used to grow seeds and protect seedlings. They're now being used to protect food from being eaten by pests. Strawberries have been fabulous in here, as have things like lettuce and stuff that I'm just not having any luck with in the garden. Over here we've got our beans, which we've been able to start really enjoying. They're still not quite as luscious and thick as my in-laws' bean plants, but they've been a great way for the kids to just have a little snack in the garden. Over here we have our sugar snap peas. They've been growing really well. I probably planted them a little bit late and we haven't had any flowers yet, but I don't think they're too far off. Here is my happiest zucchini plant so far. You can see quite a few zucchini fruits in there. Interesting fast fact for those who don't know, there are male and female zucchini flowers. One of them grows the fruit and one of them does not. And zucchini flowers are some of the most delicious things to deep fry, and I've got the best tempura batter recipe for zucchini flowers, which I will share with you guys at some stage. So if that interests you, click the subscribe button. This one is my watermelon plant, which just needs so much water, and anytime it doesn't get water for a day, it just starts to shrivel immediately. But I have managed to keep it growing, and you can see over here we have a little watermelon starting to grow. Here are some of my capsicums and peppers. You can see lots of flowers on this one, no actual fruit yet, but certainly some promising signs there that we might not be too far away. Over here you'll see a bucket load of chilli plants. That is all thanks to my husband, he loves chilli. Down here I have got some cucumbers, which I grew from seed. I had lots of cucumber plants. Many of them haven't made it because I planted some in the normal part of the garden. They got eaten by pests. There's certainly plenty of signs of new growth and new life in there, and they seem pretty strong. When I first set up our veggie pod, I had the lid on full time and that worked really well. Until the aphid infestation, which I'm nearly on top of now, but I actually have found it's much easier to stay on top of with the lid off. So in here I've currently got growing lettuces, parsley, coriander, radish, and I'm finally getting to a point where I'm quite happy with it. These are more snow peas because we loved our other snow peas so much. Technically we planted them too late, but they're doing pretty well. And if you want to see how we got here, I've been keeping these update videos roughly every month. So go back and have a look at some of the others and you'll see where I was a month ago and a month prior to that. Only one thing left to do, and that is to hit subscribe. Happy gardening, have a great summer, and Merry Christmas.